Guys, I think I'm live. Am I live? I'm live. Hey guys, what's up? I'm back. It is Will, and I'm back on another stream. Alright, let me just adjust my display maybe. Okay, I'm off screen a little bit. Hey guys, I'm back with another tutorial. I say tutorial, I'm tapering off from my streams, where I'm coding a Telegram-based application on UWP. The name of my application is called Telefy, and essentially what Telefy is, it's actually a set of classes that allow developers to build online stores on top of Telegram, right? So obviously, thanks to Telegram's API, which you can access in Python or .NET, um, essentially you can build Telegram features on top of Telegram, right? Using the HTTP-based API functionalities and stuff like that. So I thought it'd be pretty cool to because I pre some of these Shopify and other shopping APIs like WooCommerce, Shopify, and integrations that you find on like WordPress, and probably like other like maybe Squarespace. I don't know. I think Squarespace probably has. I think Squarespace does have API integrations with Shopify. I would not be surprised. I know WordPress kind of pushed for WooCommerce, and probably Shopify is supported that as well. I use WordPress like on the right hand side here. Um, this is my WordPress site, one of my landing pages for my Learn C Sharp Masterclass. So again, if any of you guys are interested in learning .NET C Sharp, you want to learn how to write code, you want to learn how to develop software, traditional based software, robust software, all that good stuff, this is the landing page you want to check out. But at the same time, I'm on LinkedIn. I'm actually on LinkedIn, so please, please, please. I wish I had like I prepared a splash page for my LinkedIn, but I don't have it right there. But I think on the description of this stream, there's my LinkedIn. Get in touch with me. Just hit me up on via DM and just let me know what you're interested in learning, and I can kind of enroll you onto the live workshop. It's already piloted, um, so it's running. So that's that. All right, cool. Let me let's get straight to work. Um, I'm gonna try and put today's agenda up. I increased the resolution. We'll just have one or the other. So on workshop number 2 that I live streamed earlier today, I was actually streaming in 720p. I thought I was streaming in 1080, so I kind of fixed my output resolution. So I should hopefully be streaming in HD. By HD, I'm not talking about 4K. I'm talking about like 1080p basically at 60 frames. I hope that the code is visible. Let me just zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna zoom in here on my notes too. Hope it's easier to read. So in today's agenda, I have a few notes. Grab my coffee. I have a few notes. So I'm not sure if I can get through everything, but I want to kind of work on a UI for debugging tooling. So, as per any kind of development experience, debugging is essential. And I'm only starting to kind of comprehend how having debugging tools, like me as a developer, making debugging tools discreetly from just like Visual Studio's built-in debugger is quite important. So I might touch on this. I don't know if I'm going to do this on this stream. I'm not going to hit these chronologically, these steps. For example, I kind of want to prioritize making this like the Telefy user profiles. So I want to create developer profiles and customer accounts so that people, how can I say? So I am still kind of fleshing out the concept of Telefy, but essentially, Telefy is for developers, right? Telefy is for developers to build online shopping experiences on Telegram. So then I guess I consider, well, Telefy does have to support customer and developer accounts, but obviously developers will be registering as developers, right? So still, I'm figuring out how this is all going to be, as I'm kind of also probably going to be homing in on documentation. But yeah, I'm going to try and do this as well. This shouldn't be too difficult, I think. Telefy should allow for listings. So basically, let's say I'm making I don't know, this is just a random, I'm going to just create a hypothetical. Let's say I want to make coffee cups, right? I love coffee. I'm drinking this like pre-made powder coffee in just instant hot water. It's decent enough. Let's say I'm making coffee cups, so I want to make listings for coffee cups rather. So Telefy should allow developers to do that. And one of the things is that I was where I'm looking at implementing Telefy in two flavors: a UI front for developers and just like a set of classes and maybe libraries. Not every developer is a C# developer, right? The camera's here. I was looking this way. So used to looking that way. Not every developer is a C# developer. So making a solely .NET C# based set of libraries is fine, but I'm sort of alienating like a discrete population of developers that don't use C#. Okay, cool. So that's why I want to make a user interface front for developing Telegram shops, Telegram stores, because not every developer is comfortable using C#.NET. But I think in these walkthroughs, at least in the beginning few videos, beginning few streams, I'm going to be building the library. So Telefy will be implemented, excuse me, Telefy will be implemented as a set of core libraries or classes. These classes can be developed on top of by developers to launch Telegram stores. Right. Okay, cool. So what I want to work on today are these class-based implementations. So developer login functionality via bot tokens, which I already have actually. I did this earlier today. If any of you guys watched my stream earlier today, let's see if I can just go a bit more. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little bit. Okay, cool. So I have these features. I have this authenticate bot connection. I'm not going to really go through what's going on here because I already have in. If you go to workshop number 2, you'll see the walkthrough. But essentially, I can authenticate a session with Telegram. That's what this does. So what I want to do for the developer login, this is right now. This is actually in my main page.cs. Everything here is kind of test benchy. So what I want to do, let's just say hypothetically, I ship Telefy class libraries, right? They're obviously going to be in like some kind of like discrete library, a DLL or something, or just a project type with the classes there, depending how I want to deploy my solution. So I don't really want everything in like .cs, .xaml files. But I keep these here just for the sake of like demonstration. But just to keep things a little bit robust, I'm going to literally make a class just with my like implementation logic, right? So what I'll do, let's begin. I'll add a new class. I'll add a new class to my project. And I'll have like all the implementation logic in my class. Probably I'll just have like one big class, but I should have like various namespaces ideally. So Telefy, I'll say Telefy core, that sounds quite cool. CS. And essentially, let's just say because I'm just basically following reference of what I use, and I use Telegram bot API on .NET, right? So because I'm a one-man band right now, I'm modeling resources that I use myself. So that just means that yes, I am focusing on .NET C# based classes right now, but I am aware at the same time that not everyone uses C#, but I'm working around that too, obviously with the UI front. But this is the easiest way to get started. So, alright, Telefy core. Now this is going to have all my implementation logic. And again, everything's going to be quite rough because I'm not really like refactoring or like looking at neatest code, but what I will need is this. I'll even cut it. Telefy core. So this class kind of acts like a library, like a DLL, but I want to couple my class to my project. Hence why I'm not actually using a DLL in that sense. Using Telegram and to refer to the Telegram API like this. Using Telegram.bot. There we go. And I need my global members. So I'll head back here. Grab my global members. Oh. So assuming you guys watching are C# developers, and let's say if I were to deploy like a build of Telefy, you'd probably just get like a bunch of C# files, which you can load into your Visual Studio session, and you can just access the features, right? And you can obviously build your apps around the features there. Not very secure, I do appreciate, but extensibility is quite good for extensibility. You can modify the code, I suppose. Just one of various ways I'm considering implementing Telefy. Obviously, I can use class libraries and stuff like that, but yeah. Okay, so let's see. I think it might be worth me looking at what Microsoft actually consider good coding practices for like building classes and libraries. I would definitely be interested in that. So I'll search up MSDN in a bit. I'll make a note of that here actually. Let's see, I'll put it at the bottom just in case. Oh no. So I'll say as a note, I should look at MSDN, learn Microsoft for best coding practices for my classes / libraries. Classes for now. I'm not using dynamic libraries right now. So first things first, I want to create this login feature. Bot token, login. So okay, cool. I get it. Alright, sweet. So guys, I'm gonna run my program just so you can see the UI. I slightly updated my UI. Slightly updated some of the look of my UI because my UI wasn't looking too great, and my UI still looks bare bones, but I evened out some of the forms, like some of the form controls, UWP controls. Make some more notes here. So to log in, essentially, a developer has to provide bot token needs to be added, also included. Bot token required, and a username I will say as well. Username is required to log in. Bot token is required to log in. So this touches on like for now I'm thinking of I was considering using XML serialization to create like a pseudo database schema system, which I'm quite happy to implement actually. I don't think I'll be implementing XML schemas right now, but definitely later down the line when I want to actually store persistent data like usernames and like passwords. If I implement passwords, then XML is like a quick and affordable way that I can create like mini databases as such. Oh, there's so much gap there. Let me just adjust that. That's a huge gap. This text block is too big. Let's keep it like 80. I kind of try and center everything. Font size is a bit inconsistent as well. What's this one? Telefy. Font size I make it 40. There was another font size that threw me off. Login button. Password box. Text block. Where is it gone? Font size 20. Like that. 40. Text block. Username. Just some typos there. The Telefy one, I make it like 80 or something, make it bigger. Text block. Username text block. Font size 40. Try this. Just want to kind of tweak my UI before I get into some of the actual coding. This stream's gonna be really chill, guys. Like, I'm not really scripting this particular stream. Kind of botched the font sizes. I'll deal with that later. Okay, do I have Telegram up? I'm just off screen, guys. Just gonna grab my bot token. Where's my API token? Okay, got it. Where's my password box? Oh, I mixed it up, didn't I? Oh no, I switched it. Okay, so my password box at the bottom. Good. That's what I want. And I'm gonna log in. Oh, okay, cool. So obviously nothing's gonna happen because I shifted my implementation logic. So okay, no need to test it right now. Am I running without debugging? Huh. Adjust this. The font size is way too big. Just go for like 45 or something. Alright, cool. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to write out my implementation logic and then start making calls on my main page. Okay, what's first? So my login feature. I'll just put everything in Telefy core for now. Probably my protection levels are off. I have to deal with them. But I'm going to need like a data access layer so I can access my private fields. It should be properties actually, but anyway, I'll get to properties later probably. Let's see, private string. For now, it'll just be string. I'll say developer user username. Actually, yeah, that's fine. You know what? I think password's important. I think a developer should be able to log in with a username and password. Bot token should be provided later. Alright. Private string, username, password. This class should probably be public. So tempted to use interface. I might use interfaces, guys. Bot token. Private, isn't it? My protection level here. So I need to access these members. But I should really use a data access layer. I don't want to actually directly access these functionalities, but my members here. But for now, just for now at least. Got my developer password and username. Too good about having those fields there, but just for now. So let's say I want to authenticate my Telegram session, just to start things off. I need to pass my bot token, and I need to authenticate. So let me just double check my class again. So authenticate bot. Private. Oh, that's not correct. Let me just check something. Actually, no. Oh, cool. So I'll start by instantiating my class. Core. Authenticate bot connection. Pass my bot token. Let's check. Of course, I can't really make assumptions that, say, a developer using my API, my classes, would say, for example, I could pull my bot token straight from my user interface, but I don't want to make that assumption that everyone will do such a thing. So I need to go through the classes, right? Which means I'm gonna pass my bot token here. So which I do need to get from my password box at some level. So I forgot the name of the password box. It's like bot token or something. Bot token password box, password. And I'm going to assign the value of my password to my bot token. So I might have multiple instances of bot tokens. So if I grab my instantiation, put it at the top. Telefy core. Oh, okay, I've given it static. I've given my bot token static status. Telefy core authenticate bot connection. So now I can just use the class member, which there's so many ways to improve on doing, but it's okay. Okay. Now this is why I alluded to debugging tooling being very important, and it is because if I were to protect the visibility of my classes, say if this is a dynamic link library or something, or I'm implementing an interface, for example, then I may not be able to simply use the debugging tooling that Visual Studio provides if I want to protect my code. Hence why I need to expose my debugging step with like discrete debugging controls. And I think I should do that in this stream. I think. That shouldn't be too difficult. So what I will need, if I go to my main page, I have like a debug window. Let's see at the bottom bit. Debug monitor view, have a spacing text block. Size 40. Okay, and I'll just use a text. I could disable a text box. Here's a text box. I don't want to complicate one right here. Oops. Oh boy. Monitor text. So I can just simply know what's going on. This would be like a log. I'll make it like a log. So I'm just logging I'm logging activity that's going on with my API, as and when I'm like stepping through at runtime. What's the name of my text box? Text block. Debugging view. No, debugging monitor text block. Okay. So let's see. Once authentication has happened, providing that authentication is successful, then I want to update my log, right? So debugging, is it? Monitor text block. Text. I'm gonna keep things really simple. I'll be like Telegram connection successfully authenticated. How to do new line? I need /, I think. /n. Might be wrong. Oh, my keyboard's a bit weird. That's \. I want a new line, but I don't think I can do it right now. Okay, don't worry. And then so I want to check some stuff. So if I go to my Telegram bot client, there might be some public members I can expose. It's a static type, Telegram bot client. Oh no, I've got something here. This needs to be in global scope actually. So I need to access that. Grab that. It needs to be public for now, I think. So I've made this nullable. Okay, so I want to access my Telegram bot client class. So I'll be like Telefy core, Telegram bot client. Now I want to see what members are here. Ooh, there's some stuff. There's a lot of stuff here that I can expose on my debugging session. Is there like bot ID or something like that? Or bot session? There's bot ID. I can expose my bot ID maybe. Is there a string? Yeah, it looks like it. I don't know, is it a, it's a long, so it's like numbers. That's fine. I'll be like bot ID of Telegram session. This. Give this a try. Okay guys, so I'm just waiting, well, I'm waiting for UWP to load. Some fun documentation we can read while we wait. Depends on what I'm setting out to achieve today. So we're working on the login feature. Secure online payments. Product listings. I kind of want to look at the XML stuff. Let's say XML serialization. It's so epic if I actually get serialization sorted this stream. Okay, so just XML serializer. I'm familiar with this class, I think. I've used it quite a bit before. Still waiting. It's a really chilled stream, guys. So it's like it's super uncut right now. The stream. If this was a video, I'd make so many edits, like cuts, cutaways. But for now, everything is in real time. Interesting. Okay, so my UWP is loading now. I should put the link of this stream on my social, on Instagram. Just waiting for UWP to load. Did I get the monitor right? So debugging view. Oh, we'll find out, I guess. So I'll put my bot token in. I think it's here. Yeah. And I'm going to attempt to log in. So this bottom button at the underneath is actually to authenticate. And as you can see, it's a bit hard to read, but I've connected with my Telegram session. So it says Telegram connection successfully authenticated. And the bot ID, so the bot ID of my Telegram session is this 58156142244. That's how we know. This can only be obtained if you connect to Telegram. So yeah, we've got authentication running. Pretty sick. Sweet, right? So let's go the next step further. Let's take things to the next level. So I want to log in via like username password. So I like wheels. I want to authenticate via password rather than bot token. And the bot token, I can still authenticate via bot token for logging in, but I don't think that should be necessary. I would like to use a password feature, but it's not too difficult to deal with that. That's where the XML stuff comes into play. But I really want to build the API out first. So I think I'll come back to the password login, keep it as such. Implementation of account types. Okay, let's try and build our API out before we start playing around with stuff. I think that'd be more. It's more logical, isn't it? So let's say as a developer, I'm using Telefy. I want to log in. I kind of want to provide that feature. I don't want to have to type it myself. So let's see if I can do that. So public void login. This should be a feature. So let's just say string username password and let's make it a bool type. So when this function returns true, then it means that if this function returns true, my login, then that means that I've logged in. So I'll be like return a value. But now I'm gonna write true straight away. But in essence, it should be a variable. So I'll be like bool login successful, set to false. Also, guys, and let me zoom in a little bit. Alright, login successful equals false. So here's where I need to check against like a database of like stored usernames and passwords, isn't it? Public void register, so I can register. So for first time users, like I should be able to register. register my login details. Login details. And this function takes in username and password. Now I might need to implement serialization for this. What's this? Microsoft serializers. Serializers, type of new type. You know what? Oh, there's an easy way. There's a better way to do this. I forgot. There's a class that does this serializing stuff in essence, but I forgot the name of the class. I think it's the file storage API. I might be wrong, but I think it's file storage. I'm gonna have a look. Because as the name implies, file storage implies, I can store data in my Windows Explorer directory in a private folder. File storage API. I hope I'm correct on that. File storage. I'm pretty sure it's file storage. Is it this? Windows storage? I think it's this. Yeah. Let's have a look. And then there's some more examples here. What's the class? What's this class having there? To open store file for future access. Sure I'm on the right class. Storage what's the namespace? Windows storage. See if I can implement Windows storage. Let's see what we have here. Storage file. See if I can work out this API, this class. I love that I can construct this file class straight away. Let's do this in a certain way. Or is it just a constructor? Okay, there's no constructor on this. I mean, the constructor's parameterless. I don't even think it's the right way to do it. But I don't want to use a file picker. But for now I might have to, just to make sure things work. Say file save picker. So I'm saving details. Now, obviously, I should have the directory sorted. I shouldn't have to like prompt. What's that? Anyway, I'm gonna try and get this working. What's this one? Pick save file and continue. Pick save file async. It's probably this one. File is not equal to 1. No, what's next? Let me just analyze what I'm actually writing here. Does that make sense? Token. Okay. Just gonna add it for now. Okay. Just the login details. I don't know if I'm using the right API. Need to look at remarks and stuff. Can I deal with file extensions? I want text files. I think I have to put the file extension here somewhere. forgot how to do this. How to write to text file. Like what API to use. Windows storage folder. It's the same thing. Okay, it's the same API, I think. File path. So I need to create my file first, and then write to my file. Be the login details. So the username and password. And I concatenate this. Concatenate my username and password. So I know what's going on. I need the reading functionality as well. Just the same kind of approach as my saving my file. Check something here. I like this version. I like this. But I'm not going to use this just yet because of time. So that's to register and to log in. I need to authentic. I need to verify. I need to do verification, like a one-step verification, such that login details provided on Telefy match what's stored on my app. So first I need to get my login details. I need to get the file. So I need to read to my stored file. It's good. It's better if I use my current local folder. I don't have to specify file paths. But this is an API, so it doesn't really matter. Does matter. It really does. Let's put that there just in case. async. Where did this come from? Super strange. I don't remember doing that. Fascinating. Gosh. It's getting a bit strange. Should be, anyway, I should be using my local storage, but I'm not gonna do that right now. File path for login. So what's going on? Oh, so, so it gets weird. Here, I can still test this out. Let me make sure I register before I log in and work around this, my structure here later. Okay, so login credentials. I'm gonna log in, bring that back to build. Login. Return it over async method. Oh really? Async. Oh, it's not. It's weird. Put this in global scope. Some login credentials. So I'm reading from my text file. So my text file should, like the text should be here, and I have to like trim the password and the my password and my login username. But that would be on another function. This is just, oh actually, well, this is a login function, so I guess I can have to delimit in here. So let's see. Better way. I don't have to use trim right now. So if login could, for now, just when I log into Telefy, quote unquote login, I will just update my debugging text. String debug text. Update my debug, information, my debugging. Updating my event handler. Session. So I want separate buttons to authenticate my bot session. Oh wait, oh that's weird. Oh, I deleted it. Oh, that's fine. So I'll create an event handler now. Login button. Still coming up as login button. I have to build my project first to update my directory. Make sure I don't have any errors. I have warnings, but no errors. Let's build quickly. So I have a few functions. I have register functionality, login functionality, and authenticate my bot token functionality. I need to make a button. I've got three functionalities and 2 buttons. I don't want like my login button doing 2 things. So my build started. Time is, I've overrun past an hour, so after I wrap up this button, I'm probably going to wrap up my stream. My build should succeed soon, hopefully. It's waiting. Okay. Oh my goodness, it's taking a while. My build's taking a little while. I don't know what's going on. Okay, my build succeeded. The reason I built my solution was because I want my event handler to update. It still says login button, I don't know why. I have to leave it like that for now. I have to create a new button. I'm not going to do that right now. Ay. So long. I don't know how. Make a new button, right? This is login button click. That's so weird. Maybe maybe I should log in with my bot token as well as my username and password. I don't know. I don't want to confuse myself, so I'm gonna keep it as login button. And the content, I suppose, will just say login. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Obviously, because the event is right here. That's why I was having issues. What am I doing? Okay, anyway, log in. Telefy core. Update my bot token. Authentication. I suppose I should log in before I authenticate. I should clear login first, so Telefy core. Pressing wrong stuff here. Login. Of course, I'm gonna log in. Username. One second, guys. Okay, anyway, I will just get my username and password straight from my controls this time around. I might as well. Looking at my controls. Username, text box, developer username, bot token, password box again. Username, text box, token, password box. File path, I'm going to use the embark now. Authenticate bot connection, sorry. Sorry guys, I'm not even focusing on the work. I'm nearly done. So I literally just, anyway. Alright, so logging in. So But if you know if this throws an exception, these blocks, then I'll return the function. But if this is if login successful, then I go straight to authenticate it. So it's almost like a two-step login system. Let me just make sure it's a new line. I don't even know if it's going to work. Yeah, I think that's fine. So I have to update my UI, so I have a password box for my developer password. Okay, let me see where am I. Something's not right. Update my UI. So I need to register. I need to click it on. How's this docking button? That doesn't make sense, man. Oh. register new event. That's so confusing. I'm not used to doing that. That's why. Sorry, guys. I messed up. I'm learning new stuff on Visual Studio. Oh my gosh. So here we go. So I need to call my register class, and my register function. Strange. Oh, it's not statically accessed. It's gonna have to be global. I'll update my debugging monitor. To wrap up the stream soon. Now this is what I don't really like what I did here, but I'm not gonna sort this right now, guys. I shouldn't really be using a file picker, but since I am working with like my classes, rather than building an like trying to directly build an app per se, and for the sake of time, I'm gonna leave this as a file save picker. Test this out. Okay guys, I had to lock in a little bit, so I was quite quiet. Right, UWP should be loading, guys. I'm gonna grab my bot token. I'm off screen. My UI is looking a bit rough. How about the two? Strange, guys. I don't know. I put two text boxes and I don't know why. Okay. I made a mistake. This should be a text block, not a text box. Oops. So rules, password, QWERTY, what token I paste in. So first I want to test my register feature. I don't know what's going to happen now. Hopefully my file picker comes up, my safe file picker. No, I think I got an error. I don't want to run over to 2 hours long. Object reference exception. Till if I call. Oh really? Do not satiate this. No, it's not. I'm just waiting. So, I'm just waiting for UWP to load. Okay, so my UWP sessions are. Okay, I fixed my text box. So my username, I say rules, password, I type QWERTY, bot token I paste in, and I'll attempt to register. Let me just check my debug monitor. got another snag. Okay, unspecified error at com level. Oh my gosh. It has to do with the storage file, man. I think I know what it is. I think it's because of this. I need to get rid of that. Literally. It has to be like that, I think. I'm not sure. We have to wrap up the stream soon. I'm just waiting to see what's going on here. I don't know if I'm still going to get another exception. The Visual Studio is kind of hanging up. Don't know what's going on. Okay. So guys, let me just expand this. This project is definitely not for. This project is not a faint-hearted project. There's many ways to go about this. But I have been sitting on Telefy for a while and stuff, so I think now is a decent time to get started. I do have some other builds of Telefy, like some kind of prototype stuff, but I'm working on this build right now, the classes and whatnot. I don't know if I'm going to get error still. If I got error. I'm getting unspecified error. It's super hard to track because it's unspecified, it's at com level. Alright guys, I'm going to leave the stream about here because what I need to do is replace this with storage file API. I'll just show you quickly, but because of time I'm going to wrap up the stream, but I want to just let you guys know what's going on. So instead of using a save file picking feature, I'm just going to use storage file class like this. Is it this? Where's it going? I'm going to use this API, or this part of the API, to write to a file. See, I don't need to include any like file storage stuff. or file picking, better said. I'm not gonna do that now because of time. Guys, thanks for tuning in the next part, I'm gonna taper off from where I left off here, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. So stick around. Thanks a lot, guys. I'm gonna log off now. Take care. Bye. My computer's slow right now. I'm still here. Let me just stop my debugging session. I'll see you later, guys. Thanks.